Hello, my fam. How y'all doing out there? Um, Thank you for tuning in to the ANY Family Channel, where cooking is the art and eating is the masterpiece. And today, I'm going to be cooking smothered pork chops. I have my onions. I have my garlic, pepper, and salt. I have my season, the roasted garlic herb, which I love, and my Weber dry rub. And I have my flour. So what I'm going to do is put a little seasoning to my flour. I'm not going to put too much because I'm going to make some gravy and it's going to be seasoned. So we don't want too much. We don't want to overpower. I'm going to stir it up. We'll mix it up. I know we haven't been up here for a while, but when we do come up here, I feel like, hey, it was just yesterday. So how's everybody doing? With all that's going on out there in the world today, I hope that everybody is good, and we just got to pray for our nation. We all need prayer. Okay, now that I have it mixed pretty good, let's sit this over here. Okay, so now I'm gonna take my pork chop. I do have my onion, haven't peeled it yet. I'm gonna take my chop, my season, and I'm gonna put my herb. On both sides, I rub it in real good. And they are thick chops. That's a real big one. One more. And I did wash it, and my hands are clean. Can't be handling food with nasty hands. Now, I'm gonna take it, dip it in the flour, flip it over. See how I have it? Making sure that, you know, your chops are covered completely. It has a little fat on it, but that's okay. It's going to cook now. Okay, I have my grease on. Hopefully it should be nice and hot now. Now I'm going to drop it in the hot oil. Okay, I'm going to do the rest of these chops off camera and cut up my onion, and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to dip my pork chop. Okay, so now I'm going to place a chop in the hot grease. Okay, I'll be back. Let it cook for a little bit, and once they get nice and brown and cook on one side, I'm gonna turn it over, and then I'm gonna put my top on, and then I'll be right back. Okay, now that my pork chop is done, I'm gonna add in my onions. I'm gonna fry that, cook it a little bit, and then I'm gonna put in my flour so I can make the gravy. So how's everybody doing out there? I might not use all this onion. Okay, now, so I took out some of the onions and I'm about to pour in, put my flour in. So I can make the gravy. And let that get nice and brown. I want it kind of thick. Try to put it where the most oil at, you know. You know, if you don't want the flour real thick, you don't put a lot. If you don't want the gravy real thick, but I was just trying to use up this little flour that I had left over from my pork chop. You stir it up a little bit. Let it cook down till you get it, you know, kind of color that you want. And then you start putting your broth, or as for me right now, I'm gonna just use my water. And I'm gonna put the rest of my little seasoning in there. That's why I didn't use all of it. And you constantly, you know, stir it so it won't stick, but you keep it stirred. My mom, she used to make the perfect gravy. She made it just like, you know, how the packs you buy in the store. I don't even use them. I just make my own with my gravy, with my flour, I meant. Okay, I'm gonna let that get brown, and then I'm gonna come back. Just keep it stirred. Okay, my family. Look, I'm finished with my gravy. Look, I want to tell you, next time I'm gonna show you, okay? But once you put your flour in, you let it sit. You keep stirring it for probably about 10 minutes or so. Well, you don't have to stir it that many times long, but you know, just keep your eye on it and stuff. Don't let it burn or nothing. But you see the consistency of this gravy? See, it was a little thicker, but I put a little extra water in it. So well, I should have used my bigger pan, because I would have got all the pork chops in there. But you see this gravy here? You see that? Then my onions. And always make sure you taste it. Like after you know, it got to this consistency, I tasted it and make sure it had the right flavor amount. And it was pretty good. I didn't have to put any more salt because, you know, I look at my meat and stuff, it already seasoned. And so I tasted that too. It was pretty good. Okay, well, you know, this is how I'm gonna tell you about the water. So now I would start off with a half a cup of water first and stir it up, then let it cook down some. And then if you feel like, well, look, this is just too thick of a gravy, so you can always add maybe another half a cup of water, so that'd be a whole cup, and see how it turned out. So this was about a whole cup of water right there, and you know. Okay, let me show you my. All right, so this is my end game here. So what do you think? Hmm? Is this worth eating? Hmm? Would you eat it? Would you eat it? Come on, tell me now. Would you eat this? Well, it is edible. Like I said, eating, cooking is an art, but eating, here it is, masterpiece. All right, y'all, I'm gonna say goodbye and thank you for coming. If you like, share, and subscribe, leave me a comment. Tell me, would you eat this? Huh? Would you eat it? Just let me know. All right, love y'all. Take care. Bye-bye.